Hello everyone. How's everyone today? Welcome to the Dirt Road Farmer. Today we are going to do a beginner's tutorial on how to run a single harvester in a field on Courseplay. Now keep in mind this is just for beginners. This field has canola in it. We did not plant this canola, but whenever I bought this farm right here, I inherited this field. As you can see, it's only 50% fertilized and it's got plus 60% yield bonus. So we're not going to get a whole lot off of it, but we're really not looking for it. What we're looking for is how to operate this harvester, because it would operate the same whether you're going to have a big yield or a small yield. All right, so let's jump in here into our harvester, and keep in mind the first thing that you want to do is you want to clear any courses that would be in that harvester. If there was any, you would get an option down here, clear current course is what it would say, and you would want to click on that and clear that course. You don't want to load two courses into the same harvester. No, you don't want to do that. It'll mess everything up. All right, so there are no courses in that harvester. Now we can go up here to the tractor with the gear on it. Okay, for all practical purposes of this video, I think we'll show all waypoints. That way you can see what's happening and how your harvester is going to operate. We want to be able to open the HUD with the mouse, stop at the end of the map or at the end of the field. Yes, we want him to do that. Turn only on the field. Yes, we don't want him running into trees. He's got to turn on the field. Avoid driving in the fruit. Yes, we don't want him driving in the fruit. Allow reverse pathfinding. I activate that. And allow pathfinding in turns. I activate that. Fold tools at the end of the course. Now this one is the one that you want to make sure you deactivate, because from what I understand, there's problems with giants in the map, the fields, or something. It's got something to do with giants. So right now you want to deactivate that. It doesn't take anything to fold your tools anyway. All right, raise tools late. Always raise them late. If not, you may miss crop at the end of the fields. And lower early. Same reason. All right, always unfold pipe. I've got that deactivated because I can unfold the pipe. Stop while unloading. No, we don't need him to do that. Combine self unload. No, we're going to unload him with the grain cart. Unload on first headland pass. No, we did deactivate that. Straw swath. I don't always. If I want to come through and bale straw, then I'll activate that. But if I just want to spread the straw, I deactivate it. Now, here's something for me. Right here is a place for me to add. I have the chop straw mod myself. Chop straw mod. So if I spread that straw on this field instead of picking it up, it's going to give me 50% fertilizer state. That first 50% fertilizer state. To me, that's worth more than picking the straw up and selling the straw. You know, that first 50%, that's worth a whole lot more. So I deactivate that because I don't want the straw. I'd rather have it on the field as fertilizer. Okay, lane changes. I deactivate that. We're only using one harvester in the field, so we don't need the convoy. Field work. These two, I usually put them the same. The turns, 9.3. Yep, that's good. 9.3, that's good. And of course the debug settings is deactivated. Now we can go up here to the steering wheel thing. Well, actually you want to save the game. Whenever you get done doing that, setting all your settings up in the vehicle settings, save it. Now go up here to the steering wheel. Now field 22 is the field that we're working in. Here's our harvester. So we want to create a job. All right, now it's got our field outlined. All right, make sure you got CP field work, Courseplay field work, and let's set a field position. All right, let's bring this down here to about, oh, right there. That's good. And we'll bring up our course generator. All right. Make sure your width is right. In this case it is. Multiple tools. No, we just got one. Number of headlands, we'll only run 2. 2 headland passes will be enough. Let's see. Start working on the headland passes. Now, this is about the only thing that you will want to start on the headland passes doing. Why, you say? Well, you've got crop in this field, so you want that harvester to go around and take off the crop at the edges of the field to give your harvester a place to turn around when it does the center rows. Otherwise, if you choose to do the center first, then when your harvester gets to the end of its row, it's going to turn around in your crop and damage your crop. So when you're harvesting, always go with the headland pass. That's where you want to start. My headlands, I do them smooth, headland direction clockwise, the headland overlap 6%, that's fine. Field center up and down, you're only running one harvester, so and this is a small field, that's fine. Skip rows, no, we don't need him to skip rows. Okay, down here field margin minus 0.6, that's good. That's good, we don't want any more than that. All right, let's go down here and hit generate field course. Okay, it's got it generated for us, and there's our course. So at this point you could go over and, or you could go down here and say start the job, but I don't never do that. I always X out of that. There's our waypoints, and I right click my mouse and it brings up my HUD. All right, we want to go down here, we want to start at the first waypoint, and we've got a temporary course loaded. Let's just tell him to go to work. All right, he's going to go down here to his first waypoint. He'll line up, drop the header, and he is harvesting. There you go. And you see that chopped straw? That straw that's going on the field? Yeah, that's gold. That's our first fertilizer state. We will jump out of here. And if you go back here and look at there. You got 50% fertilizer. That's why I have the chopped straw mod. 50% fertilizer. Isn't it great? All right. Well, he is on his way. And we're going to go over here and we're going to get in our grain cart. We've got it parked over here somewhere. Actually, I think we'll just jump back on that harvester because he's not going to get loaded, not on this first pass. So we'll go over here and we'll jump on him and just kind of watch him in these turns. He's kind of got some funny looking turns here to get around on. So we'll just watch him. Like I say, this is just for beginners. You know, I don't mean to bore somebody that has worked in Courseplay and they know, you know, this is nothing to them, because for the person that has never worked with Courseplay, this is a big step to be able to get your harvester to run by itself. So it's just a beginner's tutorial is all it is. Alright, he is following his headland pass, and whenever he gets all the way around the field, then he'll get started on his second headland pass. So let's wait until he gets all the way around on the second pass, and I'll get right back with you. All right, now your harvester's coming up to where it's going to switch from the first headland pass. It'll switch over to the second headland pass down here. So you just want to keep an eye on him, make sure he does so, and then he'll run his second headland pass around. When he gets the second headland pass done, then he'll start on his up and down rows. So it's a great tool. Courseplay is a great tool. If you just do not get frustrated with it, it's still in beta. What I'm showing you today could change a little bit tomorrow. It could get updated today. So just keep that in mind. Alright, now's where he's going to go over into his second headland pass. Alright. Now that looks real good. Alright, and he'll run that headland pass around. And then he'll get started on his up and down rows. So I'll get back with you whenever he starts that. Alright, your harvester is about to complete its second headland pass, and it will be looking for its first waypoint on the up and down rows. So we'll just watch him, make sure he gets started, and like I told you when we first started this, the yield wasn't going to be very good, and that harvester is only 53% full. So once he gets started on his up and down passes, then we'll get the grain cart over here and get him emptied out, because we don't want to stop him. Stopping a harvester costs money. Now, it doesn't cost money on this game per se, but if you were doing this in real life, yes, you don't want to stop that harvester. You want that harvester to continue running. So the grain cart driver, most everything that happens on a farm when it comes to harvesting is the grain cart driver's fault. Yeah, he gets blamed for everything, poor guy. But, all right, now you say, well, what kind of deal is this? He's only doing half a swipe. All right, the reason for that is because he is compensating for the width of this field. All right, sometimes they do it in the beginning, sometimes they'll do it at the end. In this particular case, it generated a course where he'll do it at the beginning of the course, the beginning of his up and down rows. So his next row will be a full row. So anyway, that's why that's happening like that. So don't get excited. He's just doing his job. He's squaring it off and making it where it'll all come out just right. See, as you can see, that row that he is harvesting is getting wider all the time. All right, well, he's compensating for the width of this field to make it all come out right. All right, well, we're going to let him get turned around down here, and we'll go get in our grain cart and see if we can get him unloaded. All right. We're over here with the grain cart. So we'll just let him unload right here. And this is what I was talking about. You do not want to stop that harvester. You want him to keep going. So now if you was on a real farm, yeah, you get points for this. You didn't stop that harvester. You didn't make him stop to unload. So now I know in this grain cart it doesn't look like you're filling anything, you're putting anything in there, but this is a dual auger grain cart, and what you're actually looking at there is a sheet in the bottom of that auger wagon. It's a sheet of expanded metal. We can go down here and look, and you see it's got holes in it. That grain is going down through the holes and filling the bottom of this cart up first. So that's why it doesn't look like anything is, you know, is filling up there. But it is. It's just going through the holes and filling the cart up. All right, well, we've got him unloaded for sure. So we'll just let him get turned around and get him started going back the other way. But you can see why you want to do the headland passes first. Otherwise, he'd be running in the crop right now. So, all right, we'll just let him get on with it, and we'll just keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't have any problems. All right, as you can see, your harvester is just following his headland or not headland, his waypoints, and he is getting the field done. Now, I failed to mention, you know, if you want to get rid of these waypoints, that's simple. You just bring up the HUD. You don't have to stop your harvester. Go back into this tractor that's got the gear on it. And up here for show course, the all waypoints, just click start and stop only or whatever you want. Save the game. Your harvester's still running. Your waypoints are not visible anymore. They're hidden. So it just, you know, however realistic you want it to look. And you can always bring them back up. If your harvester has a problem and you need to know where those waypoints are at, just go back in there and click on it, and it'll bring your waypoints back up. So Boy, the yield has really been bad in this field, but you know, that's okay. First of all, by harvesting it, we are getting our 50% fertilizer state. Now that means two things to me. That means, first of all, I won't be out the cost of the fertilizer to fertilize it. I won't be out the time that it would take to fertilize it. And then the fact that I didn't have to manually apply the first stage of fertilizer, it also means that I won't have to cultivate this field. Yeah, that's right. Only if you have to apply the first stage do you have to cultivate it. You have to change the ground texture before you can add more fertilizer. Well, this field is going to already have the 50% there, and it was put there by the chopped straw mod. So we shouldn't have any problem with the planter wanting to put fertilizer down as it plants. So, and that's why I do it. It's just and plus I don't have any cows. All I do is crops on this field anyway. I mean, on this map. All I have is crops. So I don't need the straw. Now, if you needed the straw, if you had cows or pigs, what you need bedding for, yeah, I mean, yes, you would want to collect some straw. But anyway, we see a stop sign over there where he's going to stop, and he will. Whenever he gets to the end of his course, he'll just stop. But anyway, I think we're going to call this a video. I hope that some of this has been helpful for you. I hope that, you know, I have went slow enough and I'm detailed enough to get you started with Courseplay. That's my intent. I want you to use it. It's a great tool. You will love it. So, and that's, keep in mind, this is just the way I do things. So, but anyway, I hope you found some of it useful. If you want to share this video with someone, please do. If you'd like to follow me, please hit that subscribe button. Help me out tremendously. But as for me, the Dirt Road Farmer, I think we're going to call it a day. And as always, thank you for watching.